Are you friendly?
Hey, buddy. This has a voice chat. Oh, wow. Okay. Hey, guys and gals. It's story time with Legend Eternal, and we're here in a new game. Well, not a new game, but a new game for our channel. This is a Legends look at Hide and Hold Out H2O. This game has, it was released about a year ago initially and did well in the beginning, and then kind of died off a little bit as the development slowed down. But recently it has gained, in about the past week, it has really picked up again. Like, for example, this server I'm on has 30 people on it, whereas last week it had 0. So they released a huge new patch about a week ago, and this game is actually on sale right now for $10.79 on Steam. So if you're interested in it, run pick it up. But we're just going to take a quick look at it and see what it's all about. Some of you may not have seen it before. I had not seen it before it started gaining attention from this patch. It'll remind you a great deal of Rust. It's kind of like Rust meets Waterworld, if you can kind of tell. This little world or planet or wherever we're at is pretty much just flooded. And I apologize for the chat window that keeps popping up. I have not figured out how to turn that off, so please ignore the harsh language that shows up in there somewhere. That is not me. So basically, like I said, if you've played Rust before, you'll be familiar with a lot of the concepts of this game. Here in the lower right, I've got 3 bars. I've got air. I'm not even going to try to say that word. So, what? No, I'm not going to try to say that word. It is basically your hunger, and then at the bottom is health. You see my health is down because a shark tried to eat me, and then I wanted to test and see if there was fall damage in this game, and guess what? There is. So we're down a little bit, and we're out of food. I played about an hour and a half today, just kind of trying to figure this out. I collected some resources and built this little base. We'll play with some building here in a little bit. But the first thing we need to do, and one thing that I think I finally got figured out, is we're going to fish. This is a good way to get food early on and maybe later on, but I have not mastered it yet. But I think I got the idea here. You throw this out there in the water, and just like normal fishing, you wait on the little bobber to go under, and then you left click, I think. We're going to test it out. Come on, fishy. I don't think I need to use bait, but maybe so. Come on now. There we go. And this, okay, yeah, this seems to be working. Ah, we caught a fish. Okay, once it goes under, you start clicking. Oh, there's that stupid shark again. You start clicking and just spam the left click button or the left mouse button, and you can reel the fish in. That's the first time I've got that to work, and you guys saw it here firsthand with me. Sharks will bite you. So now that we got a fish, we need to cook that fish. This has a crafting system that I really like, because what it does in here is you've got these little circles here in the upper right of everything you're looking at, and it's red if you can't craft it, it's green if you've got all the stuff to craft it, but also it has these little yellow circles here, and what this yellow circle means that you don't have all the stuff to craft it, but you got all the basic materials to craft the intermediate materials. Like in this floating platform I've got hovered on, it's got a check by the steel scrap and the wood planks, that I've got those. But it has the yellow circle by the large nails, which means I don't have those, but I've got the stuff to craft them. And so what you can do is, if you click on this floating platform, it will automatically craft the large nail. So it kind of saves you a little trouble of searching through all of the crafty things to find the things to craft the things, so you don't have to look for all the things. So what we need to cook the fish, I think, is this brazier. And I think I'm saying that right. If I'm not, please correct me. So we're going to craft one of those. Look at that. There's my little crafting window in the upper right there, and it's crafting away. And boom. There we go. So I've got a brazier. It showed up here in my hot bar. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to put it right here by my little furnace that I made earlier. There she goes. We're going to open it with E. And I need a fuel. I made charcoal and I've got some on me. We're going to split that in half by right clicking on it, and we're going to throw half of that charcoal in the brazier. And we're going to put our fish in there. Oh, look at that. It's making a nasty looking bowl of something. Hey, whatever, it'll eat. We just need to get our little hunger bar up a little bit before we go out looking for resources. So we're going to take that, put it in our hot bar, and we're going to eat some nasty fish soup. Oh, that helped. We got our hunger almost up to, well, 75% anyway. Gave us a little bit of health boost. So that's pretty cool. Starting to fog over. It's starting to look like arc. Maybe that'll clear. When you spawn in this game, you spawn with a flashlight. Oh, that's not it. A flashlight, which is handy at night because it gets really dark at night. Actually, when I rejoined the server, it was in the middle of the night, and I waited till daylight to bring you guys in. You spawn with a pick, and this pick is basically gathering any kind of resources, be it wood, be it metal. You don't have to switch between the pick and an axe like you do in some games, and so that's kind of handy. There are other gathering tools. I think there's a blowtorch or something that works a little bit faster, but in the beginning, this pick, and it doesn't seem to have any kind of durability trait, so it doesn't wear out on you. So you can just, I used it and used it and used it, and I don't see any kind of degradation, so I think we're okay. It also spawns you with a couple of pieces of bread, which are long gone, and it spawns you with your little starter boat to get around. And let me see if I can find it, because I'm going to have to remake it. There it is. The makeshift raft. Because you spawn with one of these and you throw it down, you can ride around, and it's very slow. It's your, like I said, it's your newbie boat. But if you don't have a shipyard built, any kind of watercraft you park, if you don't park it in the shipyard, it will degrade and eventually blow up. And of course, while I was logged off, my little raft blew up. So we're going to make a new one. And if you see, this one's got the little yellow circle too, because I don't have the bolts crafted yet. But if I click on it, you see it's going to craft those bolts first. It happened really quick. And now the bolts are down here, and it's going to craft the raft. And now I've got the raft in my inventory. So let's go to it, throw it down. There she goes. And now we can get on it, hear that crank up, and we are riding away. My game sounds are kind of quiet. Let me turn those up a little bit. Ooh, they are turned up. Awesome. Resume. That's all. Apply and then resume. Okay, that's better. Yeah, it's got a nice little sound to it. I left my door open. Well, I don't have anything in there but charcoal. Another cool little feature, when you build your base, it throws up a flag, and it will put your Steam icon on that flag. So there's my little drunk looking chicken hanging on the flag. I think that is awesome. It's just one of those little things. Little things like that make a game cool. So we're going to look around, and you see there's a node on this beach. Yeah, again, it's very reminiscent of Rust. Oh, let me get my pick. Not the flashlight. Pick. And then we just hit that, and you see I'm getting wood and planks from that node. So we got that. We're going to come back, jump on our raft. Luckily, they don't get stuck as much as I thought they would, because I run this thing up on the beach numerous times. See, there's stuff in the water there. You see that node down at the bottom? Very lucrative nodes down in the bottom of the water, but you have to contend with a shark, and I think maybe if you got guns that might be easier, but my best weapon right now is this little pick. So we are, oh, heal. What was that? somebody shoot at me, or was that the raft backfired? One thing, and I hope I'm not speaking too soon, but this game, as of what I experienced earlier today playing, does not seem to have the same, and I'm trying to think of a PG-13 term to use here, but people that act like hind ends on like they do on Rust. Because I know I tried playing Rust for about 5 minutes one time and got killed about 17 times, and decided I didn't want to play that game anymore. Because, you know, I mean, I'm all up for a little friendly competition, but these guys just seem to have some kind of joy in shooting a naked newbie running around that was just trying to pick up rocks. So but then again, that's not the game's fault, that's people's fault, and I'm sure that this game could be that way depending on what server you were on and what kind of people were on that server. So you know, it's all about, you know, you can have a good experience or a bad experience. And you know, the guys that were on the server today when I was playing, they were all seemingly real helpful. You know, I had a ton of questions because I was having heck trying to figure out how to build on this game, because it's a little complicated until you figure it out, and then it's simple, but it can be a little confusing at first. But so anyway, and they told me, well, because I was asking, well, where do I need to build a base? And they said, well, build, you know, kind of close to one of these refineries here. And so I found one that didn't seem to have a lot of people around it, and so I built within sight of it. Thought my boat was about to die. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh, there's something floating in the water. What's cool is you don't even have to get out of your boat to hit this stuff. Looks like a bunch of garbage bags. Stream. A stagnant water bottle. More water bottle. My pig was glitching for a second. Oh, that's pretty cool. I wonder if I can hit that buoy ball. We're gonna try. I can hit it, but nothing happens. It doesn't look like I can harvest it. Okay. We'll run over here and look at this little oil refinery. Or oil derrick, or there's that shark again. Yeah, do not play around in the water with him nearby. He will ruin your day. So we hit E to get off the boat. Oh heck. Okay. So we're going to run up here and see what it's all about up on this thing. I went up on one earlier and got some fuel out of one of these tanks. And I don't think I can carry any more. Yes, it was over here. Oh. You can come up here, and this little tank here, you can get fuel, collect fuel. Okay, it says I can't carry more than 5. I already got 5. So I guess that's why you want to live close to here. Oh, I like the render distance. I can see my base all the way from here. Nice. And one thing about this game, this really doesn't, other than the evil shark, there doesn't seem to be much PvE content to it. So, you know, it's all kind of a, where did my boat go? Did I go down the wrong ramp? I'm certainly not going to swim for it. It's mostly pretty much all PvP. Okay, there's my way down. Pretty much all a PvP type game, and which, you know, it can be a lot of fun. I mean, I don't mind a little PvP. I've never been real huge into PvP, but I enjoy it. It's really a lot of fun if it's a group of people that know each other and they're playing and they're not just, you know, just out for blood or trying to just really troll each other, or, you know, steal all their stuff, and, you know, they know it's just a game, you're having fun. You know, I like that kind, but playing on public servers, PvP, you just really tend to always run into people that are just looking for, seem to take joy in killing people, just for the heck of it. Some containers on that little island. You can check that out. There's also, I see a log floating in the water here. I think we can just pop this log and get some more wood. Oh, there it is, yeah. But, you know, as far as the people that were on here today that I was playing with, I mean, they were real helpful. I mean, one guy, he even gave me a couple of med kits because I was down to 1 health point. And he gave me some cooked scallops or something, because that was our food as well. Because I was just kind of running around exploring, wasn't paying close attention to what I was doing. We're going to stop at this island and see what's here. We'll jump out of our boat. Oh, yeah. Oh, that scares me. Okay, that's me splashing that's making that loud noise. It sounds like a gunshot echoing. Oh, there's a metal node. Wait, what happened? Did it move? Yeah, a little bit glitchy. One thing I was reading a little bit of the background between when I played this morning and coming back to record this episode tonight for the Legends look, was that a lot of the issues why this game kind of died off is that the PvP did get a little ugly. There was a lot of cheating because the game was being handled more client side, and you know that, like I do, that when you have a game that's handled client side, that it is just going to be right with cheating. It's just so easy to cheat when everything's being handled on your own computer. But when they kind of redid the game pretty much from top to bottom as far as the way the game is handled, and now it's handled more server side, which, you know, you're going to have more lag issues that way, but you don't have the cheating problem. So hopefully it'll turn out better. It really looks like a good game. Oh, my pick keeps glitching. I was seeing that the server was having a little bit of higher ping than it was today, but it was also a lot more loaded than it was this morning. But so I'm really hoping that this game succeeds and develops further, because it's really kind of cool. Now that we're got a little resources and we got a little fish in our belly, we're going to play a little bit with the buildings. I want you to kind of see how the building works. Let's see. To start building, you need to make... I can't build when I'm on. Okay. The first thing you want to do, you have to build in the water. And we're going to make... You have to start with... Let's go to the bit structures and the floating platforms. We're going to make... Let's see. We're going to expand this thing out. We're going to put another piece of porch here. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we'll make 6 floating platforms. 1, 2, 3. Okay, maybe we won't, because we're going to run out of... How are we so out of steel? Okay. Okay, so we're not going to expand as much as I anticipated. Was I building the right platform? I could have sworn I was able to build a ton of those this morning. Oh. Yep, that was the right thing. Okay. Let's get this out of my hotbar and take the floating platforms and put them on my hotbar. And we're going to expand back. Expand sideways. That's what we're doing. We're going to get out of our boat here. We're going to stand on it. And they snap real nicely. There we go. Now we got a little bit more floor space. So now the thing that confused me, quite a bit at first. One way I struggled with this when I was first trying to build this little base was how to actually craft, how to attach these walls.
Are you friendly?
Hey buddy, this has a voice chat. Oh wow, okay. Well, okay, ignore everything I said about this not having a lot of hind ends, because somebody just ran up and hit the little newbie and is now going in to see if he can steal my stuff. And where can I respawn? Anywhere. Wow, okay. So where am I at? Oh, I am way away from my base. Alright guys, I'm going to throw my little respawn boat in the water, and I'm going to find my base, and I'll be back soon. Okay guys, and we're coming back to our base here. Wow. When I died, I got respawned in a random part of the map and killed 3 times trying to get my way back here. So everything that I said about this not being as bad as Rust, let me take that back. This is just like Rust. It's Rust on the water. However, you know, again, like I was saying, it's not the game's fault. The game is actually good. I like the mechanics. It has some cool vehicles in it, and it would be a wonderful game to get on with a group of friends and do some, you know, friendly, structured PvP type stuff. And I would like to maybe do that one of these days. Get get some subs up and get stuff together, and have kind of a team-based PvP. Dude, they even took my charcoal. What a loser. Anyway, so but it is. I had a lot of fun this morning when there were only a handful of people on, and they were all friendly and helpful. But apparently late night in this game, it turns into old Rust. And so, I was riding around in a little putt-putt newbie boat here, and people were running by in jet skis just blowing me up. And I guess they enjoyed it. More power to them. But on the bright side, I got some bread back, and I got my health back. So, hey, there's a silver lining to everything. He did take my car battery, which I'm sure has some kind of use, but I mean, I don't really see myself doing a series on this game, but I did want to come in and give you guys a look at it, and let's see what you think. Like I said, it's a good game to get a server, get about 5 or 10 friends on, and pair off into teams and do kind of a clan-based type PvP game, where some kind of rules like planned PvP, planned raids, and a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys ever watch Generic B, PSJ, and all that bunch. They do a lot of that with Unturned. They seem to have a lot of fun with it. I know Slipgator and the Poopin' Evolve crew, they've done it with Art quite a bit. On some of their seasons, they'll have team-based PvP, and it can be fun. PvP can be fun, but public PvP, it's not for me. I like the surprise aspect of it, and it's a little more of a challenge than playing against an AI that you can pretty much predict after you've faced them a couple of times. It's challenging and it's fun, but you got that old human nature, and a lot of these little kids seem to just get their jollies on finding, a weak little guy with a pick and a slow little boat and run up, stab him in the head, ha ha ha. Whatever, to each his own. If I see a noob on a PvP server, I'm gonna say, hey, you need some help, because what's the accomplishment in killing somebody that doesn't even have a weapon? But like I said, to each his own. But overall, it's a well put together game, and looks like they've gotten back into updating it. They were talking on the forum for this game. The dev kind of committed to monthly big updates plus whatever hot fixes they need in between, and that's good. I love to see a game being developed actively, and that's a game that I'm going to put my money into, and a game I'm going to put my time into is one that the developers are actually putting their time into as well. When I see a game that's pretty much, they release it, they patch it a couple of times, and then you don't hear from the developers again, it's like, why should I care about your game if you don't? But when you show me that you're going to work at it, and you're going to work with it, work on it, you listen to your players, your player base, especially the ones that support you in early access, like in a game like in the state this one is, where you're relying on your early access guys to, one, financially support the development of the game, and two, handle the playtesting for you. So, it's kind of a win-win situation. We get to play a game on the cheap, per se, and also we get to watch it being developed. Maybe even if we are active in the forums with feedback for the developers, we get to be a part of the development of that game, and that's a lot of fun. Because a lot of these games, when a big patch is released, there'll be a lot of new content. It's like this game that I've been playing for months, and I kind of think I've done everything, and all of a sudden, bam, there's a ton of new content I can play with, and it's almost like getting a new game. And that's really satisfying to watch a game develop. I've played several of these, and I've seen them go through a lot of phases, and it's fun to watch a game grow. It's fun to watch a game develop, and I've seen it from each end of the spectrum, where a developer just kind of fell off the map, and then others where they were putting out patches so fast that you would have to restart your game every other week just to be able to restart with the new content. So I don't know where this game's going to fall. Like I said, it did kind of fall off the map for a while, but they seem to have come back with a passion, and the game has commanded a lot of attention in the past week, so I'm hoping that it really goes somewhere. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get a couple of subs and a couple of other tubers and get together and have a little fun with it. So that's going to be about do it for this Legends look at H2O Hide and Hold Out. Let me shut my door so I don't get attacked in my sleep. So if you like what you saw in this little first look, hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Comment below, let me know what you think. Do you want to see more of this type thing? Do you want to see more first looks, or do you like seeing more of established series that we got going on? Maybe a little of both. But just comment or just say hi. I love to hear from you guys. That's my favorite part of this whole thing, is listening to y'all's, or reading y'all's comments and responding, having some conversation with you. That's going to do it. This is the end for Legend. Much love to you guys, and we'll see you in the next chapter. Bye now.